Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Now if you are new to my channel and you don't want to wade through the entire video or listening to me chatting on for too long, then I am going to put some timestamps on this video. You know, I know that I often wade through channels to look for swatches and I don't necessarily want to hear everything else. I just want to see what a swatch looks like. So if that's you, I am going to be putting some timestamps after I've uploaded this video in the comment section, which I will pin to the top. So look out for those and then you will be able to get the timestamp to each product in this collection. All right. Thanks for watching. Hello, lovely people, and welcome back to my channel. Now, those of you that saw me on my live last week will know that I purchased a few items from the MAC Boom Boom Bloom collection. I kept saying Boom Boom Bloom, but I think it's Boom Boom Bloom collection. And I wanted to get a lipstick and I asked you to suggest them. Anyway, I couldn't decide and I ended up getting 3. So I've now got a total of 3 lipsticks, 2 lip glosses, and the eyeshadow and the MAC Fix Plus spray. So I thought, why not do a review of the collection? So let's get going, shall we? And I hope you enjoy this video. Okay, so I'll have a couple of shout outs before I introduce these items to you. So first of all, I wanted to say a big shout out and thank you to Kirsty, who works at MAC online and gives online advice, because I was going through the lipsticks and I really couldn't decide. I was only planning to get 1 and I ended up getting 3, but I've got a lot of pink lipsticks and I didn't want to get duplicates, and she was spot on in the way she described the lipstick. I wasn't sure about TSK, and she was spot on. So thank you so much for your advice, and I'm so glad that I got it because you were right. And you know, you never know when MAC advisors say, actually, it's not like any of the ones you've got, whether they're just trying to sell you the product. But actually, her description was spot on. So thank you very much. And also thank you to Thorndike, who has just been chatting to me online. And we had a really great chat and she had a preview of some of these items. So let's get on. Right. So in the collection, there is an eyeshadow palette, which I will show you in a minute. There are 5 lipsticks, I think. I'll correct myself on freeze if I'm wrong. Yay, I'm not wrong. And I've got 3 of them. The 3 I've got are Framboise Moi, Wagasi Twirl, and Tisk, however you pronounce that. And then I've got 2, I think there's 4 lip glosses. What do MAC call them? They don't call them lip glosses, but you know what I mean, lip glasses. And I have got 2 of them. I've got Heartmelter and I've got Cherry Mochi. And there's a bronzer and a blush, which I didn't get, and I'll tell you about that in a minute. Correction, bronzer and a highlighter. And there is a Fix Plus special edition. So I'm going to talk you through those. One of the reasons I decided to do this review is there aren't that many lip swatches available to look at. And that's why I thought, you know what, I'm going to get the 3 that I'm not sure about and then do them on here. Right, first of all, we have an eyeshadow palette, and this is the eyeshadow palette. The packaging is stunning. I love it. And I have to say, it was the packaging that sold me a lot of these. I mean, these eyeshadow palette, I've got a lot of these shades, but it's such an easy wearable palette and the packaging is stunning and it's small and compact and easy to go in your handbag. So this is the palette. I'm going to swatch these first on my finger. I'll do the swatches and then afterwards I'm going to do a try on and I'll do a hold look using the products that I have. All right, so first of all, let's go look at the palette. So it's a very wearable palette. You've got 3 matte shades down the middle there. And then you've got these shades and these shades. There is something in here. It's very versatile. This one is brilliant as a highlight. This one is good as a liner or for tucking in to the end if you've got hooded lids like myself. You've got plenty of choices of shimmer. You've got beautiful sort of grey brown up there. It's kind of a gunmetal, and it's so versatile. And what I love about this is there isn't one shadow in here that I don't think I'm going to use. Often you'll get a palette and there'll be a couple that you never use, but I think these will all be used. So let me go ahead and finger swatch these for you. So I'm going to go this row, and then this row, okay? So first of all, we have the highlighter shade, which is there. And then I was going to read out the names, but too complicated. So then we have this shade, which is there. So that's a lovely kind of bronzy gold, shimmery bronzy gold colour. And then at the bottom here, we have less shimmer, less sort of sparkle, but it's a nice rose gold shade. So then let's get on to the matte shades. Okay, so here we have the top matte shade, which is brilliant for a transition, as you can see. And then a medium matte shade, maybe a transition if you have darker skin or you just want to build up the crease. And then we have the deepest shade, which is beautiful. It's a sort of reddy chocolate. It's got a slight red in it. I love that shade. Okay, and then we'll finally go to the last row. Okay, so finally back to the last row, we have the top shade, which I love using as a liner. It's a lovely gunmetal, as you can see. Really stunning on the eyes. And then in the middle here, we have a kind of bronzy tone. So wearable, all these shades. And then at the bottom, we have a copper, which is really good if you just want to amp up for the evening or in the day. It's still wearable in the day if you just want something a bit more of a contrast with your eyes. Okay. I think they're all colours that would suit every colour eye. As you know, I've got brown eyes. I think the copper would look lovely with green eyes, blue eyes. Just stunning. Anyway, so particularly green, I would say. Particularly if you've got green eyes, I think that would look really stunning. But something for everyone. And I think it's one I'm going to get a lot of use out of. It is limited edition. MAC limited edition don't tend to be available for long. So if you're interested, I would suggest that you get it quickly. I've heard from friends that it's not available overseas yet. But I'll keep an eye out for you and I'll let you know if it becomes available. So I think that's awful. Come on, MAC. Make it available in the US and Australia, please. Because my followers are interested in this. I know they are. Okay, so next up we have the lip glasses. And as I said, I've got 2 of them. I didn't go for some of the paler shades, but I went for Cherry Mochi, which is the first one that I went for. This packaging is just, I love it. It's really feminine, really makes me think springtime. So let me just show you this. So here is Cherry Mochi. They're very, very pigmented, and you can wear these on their own, or of course you can layer them over a lipstick. And then I have Heartmelter. Now this was a shade. I asked some of my viewers on my live to pick me a lipstick, and they picked another lip gloss because about 4 people said to me, Heartmelter would look great on you. So I had to get it. And I did like the look of it, but you convinced me. And it is beautiful and really nice. Again, either to wear on its own or to layer over the top of a lipstick. Okay. Now, let's get on to the lipsticks. I have 3 shades. Just look at this. Isn't that stunning? I just love this pinky gold in the middle. I love the pattern. And you can't see on it. Maybe you can see a little bit. But this white is kind of pearlescent, so it reflects pink. Really beautiful. Okay, so this is Framboise Moi. Now, I don't tend to go for raspberry shades. But again, a couple of you picked this for me. And I'm glad I went for it because it does actually suit olive skin tones, I think. It's a good contrast with the kind of yellow undertones. So that is Framboise Moi. And it looks stunning with either of these I've tried over the top. This one will just intensify the colour. This one just adds a bit of an ombre effect. Now, when I tried this one on, I'll tell you about that in a minute. I'll do some try-ons. And then I have this, or however you pronounce it. Now, this looks a lot lighter than it did in any of the swatches that I've seen online. So I was worried that it might look a bit like Charlotte's Velvet Underground, or I've also got MAC's All About Town. And actually, I am going to show you this because in a minute, I'm going to do some comparisons with this one and show you three other MAC shades, because it is not like any of them. And yet it is very easy to think when you're looking at the swatches online that you're doubling up. So I will do that in a second. All right. But that's TSK. And then finally, we have Wagasi Twirl. Now, the reason I went for this is because it looked a lot cooler. And a lot of the lipsticks, the pink lipsticks I have, are warm pinks. However, it looked a bit warmer than I expected it to be in real life. But it's still a beautiful shade. And I don't own any pink like that because it's kind of got a purplish undertone to it. And I think that would look lovely with that over the top too. Okay, so next I'm going to move on. I just want to show you TSK next to other pinks, because I think that would be really helpful, and that's what I was looking for when I was looking up swatches online and reviews. Okay, so I'm going to do you a quick comparison because I've got a lot of bold pink lipsticks from MAC. I say a lot, I've got 3. No, 4 actually, that I wanted to show you so that you can see the difference between those and TSK. So let me put TSK on the top here, like so. There we are. All right. And then I'm going to show you some other MAC pinks so that you can see the difference. So first of all, we've got Girl About Town, which is here, which as you can see is darker. And that one also is an amplified lipstick, it's not matte. And then you have All Fired Up, which is a retro matte formula. And I will put that underneath. Which is darker again and got more red in it. Okay, and then you have... You okay, darling?
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you'd fallen over then. And then we have Flat Out Fabulous. Which, as you can see, has got a little bit more purple in it than TSK, which is exactly how it was described online. So thank you so much to Kirsty, and I don't regret getting this one because it looks very different on the lips to all of those. So I hope that's helpful. And here are the picture swatches. I did actually forget to swatch one other lipstick, which was another special edition lipstick by MAC called Mid-Eye Pink, and it was part of the Padma Lakshmi collection. So you will see that at the bottom of here. Please do take a look at my Instagram page as well, because I will be posting all these swatches on there, and that's mal70_AliEms Beauty as one word. Okay, and you will now see Mid-Eye Pink, which is a lot deeper. A lot deeper than TSK. So let's show you the last product, and then I'll do a try on and do you a look with all these products. Okay, so the last product I got was MAC Prep and Prime. Oh dear, here I go again. No, it's not. It's MAC Fix Plus. Sorry about that, guys. Now, this is a limited edition. I love the bottle. It is gorgeous. Again, can you just see this white pearlescent shimmer? It's not just a flat white. It's so beautiful. It smells delicious. I'd run out of this. Now, I did see one other review, and again, I just want to give a big shout out to this reviewer, Charlotte Holdcroft. I don't normally watch reviews if I know I'm going to be doing a review, because it obviously influences you and you don't want to be influenced by another reviewer. However, I was so stuck as to whether or not which lipstick I wanted to get, and it was really helpful. And now, if you're interested in looking at the blush and the bronzer, she has got those and she can show you those on her channel, on her review, and I'll link it below. So thank you. It was a great review, and you know, we should all support one another. One of the things that she said about this bottle was that it was so pretty that she was going to refill her other bottles, and I think that's what finally sold me on it too, because MAC's Fix Plus bottles are quite plain and quite dull really, and this just looks nicer. The smell of the Fix Plus is beautiful. It smells lovely. It smells of cherry blossoms. But that's why I went for this. Now, the reason I didn't go for the face palettes, again, is because of Charlotte's review. And I've read some other people that have said the same, which is that there's an overspray on the top of them. And once that overspray is gone, they look completely different and quite matte. And I looked at a few people swatching them once the overspray had gone. And to me, they just didn't seem to be anything special. I've got lots of bronzers that are matte bronzers or sort of semi-matte bronzers. So it would only be literally to get the packaging. I have to say these lipsticks, it was the packaging that made me want to get them. And seeing it on Charlotte's review, they're stunning. And I do love the fact that this pinky gold in the middle is just stunning. Really looks pretty on any vanity. So well done, MAC. And well done for the eyeshadow palette, because I normally avoid eyeshadow palettes from MAC because often there's a couple of shades where they're not very good pigment. And actually, I found all of them to be consistently good. So I'm really very pleased. So with all that said and done, I'm going to do a look using the Boom Boom Bloom look. Okay, I will put details of all the other products that I've used on my face beforehand and in between. Anything that is not part of this collection, just have a look in the description bar and you will see all the details. So first of all, I'm just going to use some soft ochre paint pot just to prime my lids, because as you can see, I've got hooded lids and the concealer that I put on there is already creasing. So I'm going to put this on. And then just buff this in with a Real Techniques medium shadow brush. Now, in my live, I did do a halo lid with this. I'm going to do something slightly different. I think it's lovely to include this shade in there, but I'm going to do something a little bit different so that you can see as many of these shades as possible. So first of all, I'm going to start out by taking a shadow brush. I'm just going to get one. I've got my brush. So I've got a shading brush here. And I am going to, first of all, take this coppery shadow. And I'm just going to put this on the very end of my mobile lid, like so. Just about a quarter of a way across. And the other side. Okay, so next up, I'm going to put some of this, what I would call rose gold, in the middle of my mobile lid and blend it in to that coppery tone. Like so. Okay, so that you've gone across, that you've got about a quarter of your mobile lid left. All right. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to take the highlighter shade and I'm going to take that and I'm going to just tuck that in right into the corner there. So you get this graduated effect of it getting lighter and lighter as you go across the lid. And these just blend together so easily. Can you see, I haven't been spending ages doing blending. They just kind of merge together quite easily. You can do it with your fingers, but really there's not a lot of blending required. Okay? Now, underneath my eyes, I'm going to go back in with this copper shade here, first of all. And with Charlotte's smudge brush, Charlotte Tilbury smudge brush, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the copper shade and run that along the bottom of the eye, like so. And then clean off the brush, and then I'm going to take that rose gold and I'm going to do the same with that, but just take it slightly underneath that copper with a bit more as we get to the corner there. Okay, now, next thing is obviously the crease. So first of all, I'm going to go in with this matte shade at the top, and I'm going to use another Real Techniques brush out of my set called the Essential Crease Brush. It's just taking that one there, dipping it in slightly, and in we go. And I'm just going to gradually take that across, circular motions, windscreen wiper, mixture of both, and just blend that into the crease. Now, if you're a hoodie like me, take that transition shade quite high up so that when you stop doing that and you relax your eyelid, you can still see the transition shade. Other side. Okay, now I'm actually not, you could actually build up the intensity in that crease by going in with the next shade underneath, but I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to take the medium shadow brush again, and with this bottom shade, because I've got hooded lids, I'm going to do a little triangle here in the corner just to give the impression that my lid is deeper set than it really is. I'm just placing it at the moment, and then I shall blend it in a second. Okay, now going back in with this expert crease brush, essential crease brush, I'm just doing very small circular motions. I don't want to blend this out to nothing. I still want it to be quite intense. But obviously I blend it a little bit. Just make sure there's no harsh lines at the top. Okay, and then I'm going to take Charlotte's smudge brush again, and with a bit more of this, just run it slightly underneath, just so that I link it up a little bit with what I've just done there. But kind of stop about a quarter way along. Okay, and then finally, I'm going to take the highlighter shade up here, and I'm going to use that with a cleaned off smudge brush of Charlotte Tilbury's, and I'm just going to dot that under my brow to give me a highlight, like so. And then I like to blend it out with my finger a bit, just to disperse the colour. And with the same brush, same shadow, I'm just going to pop a little bit in the corner there. Again, blend it out with my finger just to brighten up my eyes. And there we have the finished eyeshadow. I'm now going to put some eyeliner on and some mascara, and I'll be back after this. Okay, all done. And as I said, have a look in the description bar if you want to see what I used. Now, I did use this bronzer earlier on, which is called Sunshine in a Compact by It Cosmetics. And I put that on. I'm just going to do a little bit of contouring with Charlotte Tilbury's Film Star Bronze and Glow in medium to light. I do have the dark one as well, but I'm just going to use the light one today. And then I'm going to use, I think this calls for Charlotte's blush in Love is the Drug, because that is very pinky. And we're going to go in for some pink lipsticks. Okay, so I'm going to use that next. Just get my blush brush. Okay, I'm going to use my Real Techniques blush brush, which I love when I'm using shades that are a little bit more pigmented, because it just doesn't allow you to over apply them as much. And this blush is very pigmented, so be careful. So I'm just going to go in with the Swiss shade first of all. And literally, when you go for the pop, literally one pop and no more. One pop. And I thought the highlighter that I fancied using for this had to be this little, I've got a little travel size sample I got of this, which is the Jouer Rose Gold Blush. And it is here. And I'm going to put that on with the Real Techniques setting brush. I'm going to pop a bit more of that up here, because I just love this highlighter. Okay, so let's move on to the lips, and I'm going to show you all of the lips that I have and then settle on one to finish off. So let's get going with this. Okay, so starting from the lightest to the darkest, I'm going to try on, first of all, Wagasi Twirl. So that is Wagasi Twirl. It's quite a creamy one, that one. It feels very creamy on the lips. So next up, I'm going to move on to TSK. So this is TSK. So as you can see, it's quite a bit lighter, I think, than it appears to be on the website. Now, I found when I was applying this earlier, I had to keep going over the middle of my lips a little bit more, just because it was going on a little bit uneven. But it's not too bad. So that's TSK, TSK. Okay, and for the last of the lipsticks, we have Framboise Moi. Now, I have to say, all of the 3 lipsticks, this has got the most comfortable formula. It's matte, but it doesn't feel drying at all. And it goes on really evenly. I just love the feel of this lipstick on my lips. And I reckon it's going to be very long lasting. Now, obviously, it doesn't look very even at the moment. I haven't put on any lip liner. But I've got bits of lipstick where I've been taking it off. But I will clean all that up when I'm applying it normally. Okay, so that's Framboise Moi. Okay, I'm starting to look like I've eaten all the cherry pie, aren't I? But don't worry, I'll clean all this up before I settle on my final one. So we've got 2 lip glosses left to go. And I keep forgetting what MAC call them. Lip glass, don't they? So first of all, we have, I'm going to start with the lighter one of the 2. We have Heartmelter. And this is the one that 4 of you recommended for me. And I love your taste. I think that's lovely on its own, and it will be lovely over the top of a lipstick too. Lovely shine to it, beautiful colour. So that's Heartmelter. Okay, and last but certainly not least, we have Cherry Mochi. And this was the first lip gloss that I bought. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do for the final look, as well as cleaning up my lips, is I'm going to put on the Framboise Moi with Cherry Mochi on top. And I'll be right back to finish off. Hi, I'm back. I changed my mind and actually used TSK with Cherry Mochi on top. I think the only problem that you're going to have with these lipsticks is which one to buy and which one to wear and what combo, because I love them all. They are just lovely and they make me feel like I'm ready for spring. Okay, I let my hair down. I took the end photograph and then realised I haven't used this little beauty. So let's do it, shall we? Cherry blossoms. Lovely. So once this dries down, I will take the proper final photo. So I hope you've enjoyed today's video, and if you have any questions about these products, do let me know, or any requests for me to put on a particular shade again, then do let me know. Thank you to all of you that actually responded last week when I was sitting in a boring hospital waiting room, and responded by giving your suggestions about which lipsticks to buy. And I hope you've enjoyed the try on today. So take care and thank you for watching, and I will see you. If I don't see you before, I may put out another video at the beginning of the week, but if not, I will see you on Wednesday for the Wednesday live at 1 o'clock. Okay, so take care, have a lovely weekend, and see you very soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.